We'll start over. I'd like to open this meeting for the city council, Tuesday, October 14th, 2025. By your presence in the city council chambers, you are participating in the process of representative government. To encourage that participation, the city council has specified times for city comments on its agenda. Once following the consent agenda, at which time citizens may address the city council concerning any brief community announcement, not to exceed 1 minute in duration for any speaker. And again, following items removed from the consent agenda, at which time citizens may address the city council on any matter of the city business that is not on tonight's agenda. Each speaker will be limited to 3 minutes unless the time limit is extended by the mayor with the consent of this council. Citizens may also comment on any item removed from the consent agenda prior to the council action, with each speaker limited to 3 minutes unless the time limit is extended by the mayor with the consent of the council. If a citizen would like to comment on an agenda item, we ask that you wait until the agenda item is presented to the council by the mayor and the public is asked to comment on that by the mayor. Any person who has any question concerning any agenda item may also call the city clerk treasurer's office to make the inquiry concerning the nature of item described and on the agenda. Your city government welcomes your interest and hopes that you will attend city council meetings often. With that, is there anybody that wants to address the council? All righty, so let's move on to Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call. Council Member Sparks is absent. Council Member Banks.
Here.
Council Vice President Wilkie, here. Council Member McKay.
Here.
Council Member Closey. Here. Council Member Wheeler. Here. Council Member Mize.
Here.
Council Member Canopy.
Here.
Excellent. Approval of the minutes for September 23rd, 2025.
I move to approve the city council minutes of September 23rd, 2025.
Second.
Okay, we have a second. Okay. Council Member Banks made the motion and Council Member Mize seconded. Is there any public comment? Any council discussion? All in favor of that motion signify by saying aye. Opposed, the same. Motion carries 7-0. All right, correspondence, Salura letter. Declare 2 vacancies and note that the city is accepting letters of interest. Number 3, fire monthly report of September 2025. 4, the monthly report for the police department on September 2025. Council have any ex parte communications? Hearing none. We have no public hearing. Let's see, the public, the consent calendar adopting the printed recommended council action will be acted with one vote. The mayor will first ask the council members if any council member wishes to remove any item from the consent calendar for discussion and consideration.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we accept the consent agenda for October 14th, 2025.
Council member Closey made the motion to accept the consent agenda, second by council member Canopy. Is there any public discussion? Is there any council discussion? All in favor of that motion signify by saying aye. Those opposed, the same. The passes 7-0. Don't have a ceremonial calendar. You got all your reports and boards, budget and finance, airport authority. There's a whole bunch of them from March 31st, 25, April 15th, 25, April 22nd, 25, May 27th, 25, July 22nd, 25, July 30th, 25, August 26th, 25. You have a Public Works Committee minutes, September 15th, 25. Laurel Urban Renewal Agency minutes, September 22nd, 25. Library Board minutes, June 10, 25. Library Board minutes, July 8th, 25. Library Board minutes, August 12th, 25. Laurel Airport Authority minutes of September 23rd, 30, 25. Audience participation, 3 minutes. Anyone that wants to address the council may do so right now for limit of 3 minutes. Do we have anybody? Seeing none, we'll move on. Scheduled matters. The appointment of Renee Studner to the Tree Park Board for the remainder of a term ending December 31st, 2026.
Yes, I would like to move to approve the mayor's appointment of Renee Studner to the Tree Park Board for the remainder of a 4-year term.
Thank you. We have Councilmember Mize make the motion and Councilmember Wheeler second. Is there any public comment? Any council discussion? All in favor of that motion signify by saying aye. Opposed, the same. Passes 7-0. Now we have a resolution number R25-89, a resolution of the City Council authorizing the mayor to execute an independent contractor service contract with Donahue Roofing and Siding LLC.
Mr. Mayor, I would move to approve resolution number R25-89.
Second.
We have the motion by City Council Member Canopy, second by Council Member Mize. Is there any public comment? Is there any council discussion? Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Did we find out if this was for repairs or a replacement? Do you want to tell us a little bit about it, Matt? Thank you.
So I apologize for the confusion last week of what had happened here, but the way this was approached for the roofing at the city shop was we don't want it to leak. And so people came up with different scenarios and solutions, and I realized it wasn't apples to apples or the other thing is the company that was going to replace the whole roof has been offered to come and do the same type of quote that we got from the other company, but we have not seen them yet. So, and I heard something about the water plant as well. The water plant is a complete roof replacement. So I think there was some confusion there about what was complete and was not complete. This, part of this is a complete roof. There's essentially 3 separate buildings that are hooked together at the city shop. One of them is completely gone and the other ones are going to be fixed up if you so approve this measure.
Yes, Councilmember Mize.
Thank you. This other company that would like to give a bid to us, if we were to postpone this to offer them a chance to get a bid, do you think we would be able to get a roof on before we have weather problems, or are you concerned about our timeline?
I would say that if you feel better postponing it for a week and we can discuss it next week, we may receive a bid, we may not, is about what the bottom line is. So they are going to be here working on the water plant at some point, and the thought was we'd have them do this at the same time. But 1 week, not going to make or break this by any means. 2 weeks. Sorry, Brittany. Thank you.
Is there any other questions for the Public Works Superintendent?
One other thing we put in here is that it's not going to be a complete roof replacement. It's, we put 50,000 in the budget for the repair at the city roof shop. And so a complete roof is not going to be in the question for getting it done.
Any other questions? Yes, Councilmember Mize.
Thank you. This is actually a question for Brittany. If we were to wait for this other bid to come in, does that change our contract process and opening bids, or we can use the ones we already have, or?
So this is a quote. We don't have this is not a bidded project because it's not over the 80K. So via the purchasing policy, we need to get at a minimum, it might be 2 or 3 quotes, depending on the availability of being able to get quotes. So it would just be a small service contract that you have to approve.
Yes, Councilmember Panks, or I'm sorry, McKay.
Thank you. Given that these guys are doing the water roof and, you know, we've worked with them before, do you feel pretty good about this bid and that it's adequate and that what they're planning to do will fit your needs?
Yes, I do. They've done great work for us in the past, starting with the library. The water plant is a very, very expensive roof that not a lot of them can do. This company can do it. I don't know exactly what kind of roof it is, but it's not your typical roof that we see around. Another thought is if you so opt to approve this tonight and see if we get another quote, don't award it, but get the go ahead to go and see if we get one within a week or so. So there's ways we could probably do it to see if we do get another quote. But if it's approved and then we decide not to do anything for a period of time that you can all discuss, but I would think that within a week we should have a quote from them. Otherwise, I wouldn't expect to see one. So that could buy us a little bit of time if this is approved.
Matt, would you be a little concerned about the weather conditions here, the way things have been kind of messed up here this in October? A little early for some snow and stuff. Would you be concerned about that?
You know, everybody, I don't know. It could get really nice or it could stay bad. The shop roof has been a issue for years, weeks, pretty much all over. So what I'm trying to say is 1 week isn't going to make or break this whole deal. But if it is approved and if we get another quote, we can rediscuss it. If it's less, if not, we'll just roll ahead with what we have now. Is it a thought?
Our city attorney's on. Michelle, go ahead.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I want to apologize to all of you that I'm appearing by phone. I'm in taking depositions in Bozeman. So I apologize. I'm not there in person. I wanted to clarify a few things so that we make sure that we have a clear record on this issue. And then also just to maybe kind of provide an educational piece here. There's been a number of terms utilized in discussing this small services contract that alternately use the verbiage bid and then alternately use the verbiage quote. And those have significant legal differences. Bids are requirements that we have to meet as a public entity because it does not fall within our procurement policy for approval by the mayor's recommendation to city council without going out for a public bid. This particular project falls within a recommendation by the mayor for a quote. So I just want to make sure that the record is clear that when we're talking about this particular issue, we're not talking about bids. That has a very different legal requirement that requires public posting, a very formal process. When we're dealing with small services contracts, we're dealing with quotes that are provided to us. We don't have a formal process by which we have to solicit a number of those. This is the quote that, as Matt was articulating, that is in front of us right now. We can seek other quotes, and I absolutely, that's up to Matt and city council to decide if we want to do that. I just want to make sure that our verbiage is clear on those issues because this is not a bidding process like what we deal with outside of our purchasing policy. And if you have any questions on that, let me know. There's nothing from as far as timing, that's up to Matt to speak to if we delay looking for other quotes, but there is not a formal process by which we do that. Quotes come in on small services contracts all the time where we present them to you as city council based upon the mayor's recommendations. Certainly doesn't prohibit you from suggesting we might seek other quotes, but it is not a bidding process, which is very different and outside of our, as Brittany noted very wisely earlier, outside of the $80,000 procurement policy bar that we have in the city of Laurel. So hope that kind of clears up some of that and then also makes the record clear as we're talking on this issue.
Yes, ma'am.
Also, Michelle, can you clarify this resolution is specific to Donahue, correct?
It is. So if we're looking at a different small services contract, then council would decline that resolution tonight. And then essentially, Matt's instructions would be to seek other quotes on this particular project. And then once he receives those quotes, to present another and different small services contracts, potentially with a different company. Now, Matt's assessment might be, as the public works director, that this is still, the company for a variety of reasons that is being recommended to council to consider on this project. It may not be, but if what council is looking to do is seek other quotes on this project, then you would not pass the resolution in front of you tonight. And essentially, what Matt would understand leaving city council tonight is that he should determine if there's other quotes available on this project. And then at that point, we would, as the city and staff, would present it either the same or a different small services contract to you for approval. And I'm happy to answer any questions on that.
Are there any questions for the city attorney? Seeing none, do you have something to say?
No, I just think that clarified it very well my belief is the reason this was an issue is we didn't have all the, last week was confusing and it's just for various reasons. But as you mentioned, we do small service agreements all the time. So.
Sorry, punch the button again. All right, so do we have a motion on the table? We had a second. All in favor of this motion or resolution signify by saying aye. Opposed, the same. Council voted 7-0 to approve. We'll go on to resolution number R 25-90, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Laurel, Montana, authorizing the mayor to seek bids for an ambulance purchase.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I would move to approve resolution number R 25-90.
Second.
Thank you. Councilmember McKay made the motion to approve the resolution R 25-90. Councilmember Mize, second. Is there any public comment? Is there any city discussion or council discussion? All right, seeing none. Everyone that's in favor of this motion R 25-90 signify by saying aye. Opposed, the same. Motion carries 7-0. There are no items removed from the consent agenda. Community announcements. We have anybody that's got something to share? Yes, Councilmember Closey.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Next Tuesday is the quarterly city cemetery commission meeting. It'll be at 5 o'clock in the chamber over here.
Okay. Anything else? Yes, Councilmember McKay.
Thank you. I talked last week about the fundraiser that the call group is doing in regards to helping to hopefully raise some funds towards that ambulance, and that it's going to be a spaghetti dinner or a spook-getty. Costume party. You can dress up, you cannot dress up, but there will be contests, so fun for kids, fun for adults. There will be members of the ambulance committee that will be doing the judging. So I think it'll be a good time. It'll be down there at the Lions Hall at Riverfront Park. I do have tickets. Adults are $15 each. Kids 10 and under are $8, or a family of 4 for $40. So if anybody is interested, I have these tickets. It is on Saturday, October 25th from 4 to 8. So anytime in that time frame, you could come and have dinner and participate in our games and all that kind of stuff. I think the costume party or the costume contest will be at 6. So if you'd like to be judged, that's at 6 o'clock. We are still accepting, items towards a silent auction or a raffle, or even just donations are fantastic as well. So yes, I have tickets. Cammie has tickets at the chamber. There'll be other locations to purchase those from as well.
Thank you.
Yep.
Anything else? Yes, Brittany.
Can you send me all those details for Facebook?
Yes,
Thank you.
I have one other thing.
Did you say?
I think it'll probably be just a raffle. But I think we're open, whatever raises money, we'll take it.
So a raffle that you'll be issuing tickets for?
We'll have raffle items and you can purchase tickets there,
Okay.
and then you'll put your ticket into whatever bag for whichever item you're interested in.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay,
if we get
that-
something bigger that warrants a silent auction or a live auction or whatever, we would do that. I think we're pretty flexible with whatever we
Perfect.
decide to do.
Save me 4 of them tickets.
Okay, you got it. I do have one other thing. Our Public Works meeting is next Monday, the 20th at 6 PM
Thank you.
here in council chamber.
Very good. Anything else? All right. I don't guess there's any mayor updates. Is there any unscheduled matters? I would accept the motion for adjournment.
Mr. Mayor, I move to adjourn the council meeting.
Second,
So Councilmember Wheeler motion to adjourn and Councilmember Closey, second. Is there any public comment? Is there any council discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, the same? This meeting is adjourned.